Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, and we have another secret leader to test out today.
You're joking. Not another one?
Been asked a few times to do this one, and of course that is the German Trotsky himself, Otto Strasser. Obviously we are going to be playing as Germany then, and we'll keep it on historical just so things don't go too crazy. So how are we getting our new leader? We need to jump on over to the focus tree, slide on over to the right, and we need to rally the Wehrmacht because we are opposing our leader and we're creating the little civil war. So we'll do the old usual production industry and electrical engineering, and then I'm going to do quite heavy on planes. So we'll go and grab just drop tanks for now because they have no negative year modifier. Industry wise, we're going to go and get rid of everything like these tanks and trucks and everything. We're not going to bother with navy as well because who can be bothered with that in HOI4? We're just going to be building destroyers, and then we'll just build some guns and artillery. Let's go ahead and get an agency on the go. Loyalty of the Kriegsmarine as well. We're not going to bother with that. We've got another video in the pipework where we will secure their loyalty, so look forward to that one in the future. I'm also going to cancel the MIFO bills because we're going the other direction for the economy, mainly because it's going to take quite a while before we get going in this game, so we've got plenty of time to build up the industry and we just won't be able to conquer quick enough for the MIFOs. Wehrmacht officers challenge him. Okay, we are the civil little war, so we'll go and grab our units, split them off. Quite an easy civil war, really, I think, this one. I wish they'd pump this up a bit just to make it a bit more difficult, or at least some different decisions, but never mind. We'll go and grab them and put them on a big front line. We'll go rally the nation next, so we get some paramilitary wings. I'm not too sure how much they actually come into, whether you can get this leader or not, but we'll go take rally the nation anyway. Let's get our CAS up over as well, just to help out. We'll let them attack a little bit. Communists returning home, so we can either take non-aligned and a bit of communism or a lot of communism support. So the non-aligned is what we actually don't want, so we're going to take the maximum communism support. We'll be able to get rid of that after a while anyway. They've stopped attacking me, so we'll now start diving in, see if we can get a couple of encirclements off here. They've sort of trapped a few in this division, so if we can get these two tiles, and there's a few divisions encircled already, we'll quickly mop these up and then push on and see if we can split the country. Thurman is liberated from prison. That's not really the end of it. It does mean we could go communist path now, but it doesn't make a difference. Paramilitary wings. So democracy or non-aligned. We always want to take not non-aligned against non-aligned because otherwise it would take us longer to get our leader later. We're not going to do rebuild or the campaign because we obviously don't want to lose our F support. We'll start with our economy and our growth. That actually does negative to non-aligned, so that is actually very handy to have to start. That's their front line cut in half. We obviously want to get this civil war done as quickly as possible, so we'll quickly try and take the area there. We'll get these divisions out and then we'll strangle the south. Let's get our CAS up over the north, and we should then be able to just smash our way into Berlin and finish the rest of the civil war off. There's a few more divisions encircled. We should just be able to push through now, really. And that is the end of the Civil War, so we've taken a lot of damage. We will cancel that because it's only 9 days, so we don't waste any time of our focus tree. And we will now go down the focus path a little bit to tend to the future of Germany to stop any uprisings. Now this one's important, so with the leadership captured, we need to get rid of them. And then with the paramilitaries, I don't think this makes too much decision, so we'll just demobilise them, I think, and get a little bit of daily democracy support down, which will be very handy. We need to go down to revise the Kaiserreich route, not the monarchist one. So we'll go for monarchist sentiment, and then we'll just hoard a bit of PP rather than getting a political advisor, because we do need that for later on. Now, because we got rid of the old leadership, the F party becomes the Schwarz Front, who is led by our man himself, Mr. Otto Strasser, and that is what we're going to be switching to shortly. Next focus we need is the military dictatorship, so we'll get that 14 days. And with the military dictatorship, we get the 4th Supreme Army, but we won't have them long because we will go and get the expatriate the communists for 35 days, and that is the last focus we need to grab. And that gives us access to a new advisor, which is Mr. Otto himself for the F support, which is exactly what we need, but I don't have enough PP just yet. We'll go and grab this focus. We get a nice bit of political power for that to speed it along so we can get him as soon as possible because we need that F support ticking up. Right, we've got enough PP. Let's go and grab Mr. Otto into our political advisors. It then unlocks the old decisions of on the rise, and we can either go civil war or change over peacefully. But we'll see how we go depending on which one we do. Now, some of the focuses do give us popularity in non-aligned because that's our current party. So we've got to be really careful not to pick those ones because obviously the more we pick of them, the worse it becomes to trying to change over. Hence why all the decisions during the Civil War of trying to keep the non-aligned as low as possible. We're only at 24% and we're at the stage where it's going to get a bit slower. So I feel like we've had one Civil War, yes, but what about second Civil War? And with that, we now switch ideology and we become the German Volksreich. And we obviously get our new leader, Mr. Otto Strasser here, the revolutionary nationalist. Consumer goods negative, plus war support, and then he hates democracy, non-aligned, and weirdly F diplomacy as well, which is really bizarre. I mean, I think Paradox have done him dirty here because is this not the worst portrait in the game? He is one ugly man in that photo. Where have they got that from? But he is our leader, so we will follow him. He is finally in charge of Germany as he wanted. If you don't know too much about him, do look it up. He is quite an interesting man, but meanwhile, he has got another civil war to win. So luckily, this one's a little bit quicker and easier. We just start with a few more divisions with them, so it should just be taking some victory points. And Munich should mean... Is that enough? 100%, yeah. We'll let that tick over to midnight. And there we go. We are in charge of the full country again without having to wait. So civil war is probably the quickest route, I must be honest. So Mr. Otto there is looking very happy with himself. We will now switch back over to getting these industry focuses because they do actually help our party popularity now, which is good. Unfortunately, we don't get any decisions or focus trees or anything with him. It's a little bit disappointing. It would have been nice, even just a little formal to aim for would have been nice. But we get rebuild the nation because of the Civil War, obviously. But he has got a plan. We will try and do what he wanted to do historically. Let's immediately start mobilising some new divisions out because we do only have one army at the moment and we're almost in 1938, which isn't brilliant. There's no factions going on apart from the Allies. No one's really joining up. There's a few little weird things. We'll continue to build up and then we'll see what the state of Europe's like. Not really sure why I'm still getting this event pop up because we can't actually do Anschluss. That gives us party popularity. Total army fighting strength. I mean, that's not a thing anymore, so that's a bit random. I mean, we'll take the free party popularity, though. Now, Otto is against capitalists and communism, so that is what we're going to do today. Try and get rid of all this red and blue off of Europe. We can still keep our non-aligned tree, which is good, so we'll try and grab some territory peacefully, see if we can expand our borders that way first. Let's see if Austria fancies joining us still. And they do want to join us, which is nice. So we will annex Austria. I wonder if that decision actually played a hand in that. And Hungary's accepted as well. So we gave them a bit of Austria and they become Greater Hungary and join our faction, which is nice. Mr. Horthy there. He gets a lovely new portrait, I must be honest, is quite nice. We'll go and see now if we can carve up the Czechs and get a bit of land. The Czechs accept, which is good, so we'll go and take that and we'll give a little bit to Hungary and Poland, but Hungary's getting chonkier as well, so we're looking better. Czechs is gone. Let's have a little look. We can go Memel or we can go for the Berlin Awards and give Hungary some land, I believe these do, from Poland, so we'll give some to our allies and then we'll go down to the second Berlin Award as well. Our faction is getting bigger, no one in the way to stop us just yet. Poland accepts and they'll give some land to Hungary, thank you very much. We'll go and grab the second Berlin Award. That's for Yugoslavia and Romania, might give them some land. Let's see if Poland will give us all of their land as well. We've got our troops on the border, we'll stop training them. I'm not sure if they'll join the Allies just yet. We've got enough equipment, so I'm slightly ready for the war. We are trying to get some new fighters out though to win the air. Poland rejects, you a-holes. Yeah, we're going to go to war then, aren't we? Let's see. They're not in a faction yet. Do they have a guarantee? No. Alright, Poland, you've asked for them. We'll just declare war on you. I haven't really set up that well. I've let them take Königsberg, which might be a mistake because they're already last standing. But I think we're far too powerful for them. I don't want to bring Hungary into it, so we're going to shorten that border. Yeah, I still don't think they're any match for us. We'll roll them over. We've got a little bit of cash out as well. They are a bit too early to have any sort of defence yet. So as long as they don't join the Allies yet, we should be fine. And a couple more provinces, I reckon. 99, yeah, a couple more. There we go. Poland is gone, and we didn't have to start World War II. We'll just take all of their land and their navy as well. Thank you very much. And we are looking a bit chunkier now, boy. Got our new fighters. So we're going to go for heavy machine guns, and then we're going to do multi-role. So we'll do a couple of bomb locks. I might change one of them out for another gun if we need to. We'll add some drop tanks as well for the bit of range over the channel, and that will do. We'll start pumping these out as quickly as we can, and that should be enough to beat the RAF. We will have to fight the communists soon, so we will go and start getting a little collab governments going on the Soviets, because I don't want to have to roll all the way over to the mountains. Annoyingly, Lithuania has got a guarantee from the UK, so they've got no one else in the Allies, so it shouldn't be too bad. France won't be joining, obviously, either. I'm going to go and get transport planes 2 for that extra range for when we have to paradrop our way into the UK, so never research them, we'll see how they work. Let's see if Lithuania will just give themselves to us so we at least don't have to go to war with the Allies just yet. We might get a few more months out of it. I am sort of prepared for it, I must be honest, if they don't. So I need the land to be able to do these later rather than a puppet. So we will just go and accept that annexation, or demand it, sorry, and they accept. So Lithuania is ours. That diverts the war for a little bit. We'll go and establish our duchies, and then we can go after the rest of the Baltics and finally strike eastwards. Formation of a Georgian Foreign Legion. So this must be what someone commented on my video the other day where I did the old secret Stalin of Georgia, so the generals for that. So check that video if you haven't. But we gain another couple of units there of Georgian troops. We've also got a mountaineer who was the general, and then there should be a field marshal to go with that. So what I'll probably do, yeah, we get him as well, is use these as our mountaineer divisions for that bonus. I'm actually going to need some paratroopers, so we'll go and grab the focus I'm not going to try and pronounce, and we'll at least then can head our way down the tree. We'll also do the mountaineers because we'll get 2 special forces doctrines. We're into 40. I think we need to start, so they will obviously join the Allies, but we'll crush Latvia and Estonia. Yeah, join the Allies as I expected. Right, that should be one last province. There we go. Latvia is done. We'll move on up to Estonia, and we'll head off there. I'm going to declare on the Netherlands, just A for their land, and B so I can get a little bit closer to England for our fighters. Once we're done over here, we'll move over there. There's Estonia done. We should now be able to delete that little front line there. We should be able to form our Baltic German state, and that will at least, I mean, it'll bring them in thinking about it into our war now, but with the Soviets it won't, so we'll have a shorter front line with them. 1940 for taking out Netherlands probably isn't great. They will have some equipped troops. We have got a lot of cash though, so this shouldn't be too difficult actually, and then we can get them over the channel and fight the RAF. Italy wants to join our faction, and they're the right ideology for Mr. Otto, so we'll allow it. We'll go and get the Panzer Doctrine as well, so we can get Rommel and a few more generals and get a field marshal finally. I'm going to promote Rommel. I think everyone loves Rommel. Otto loves Rommel, so we'll get him as our field marshal. We'll go give him offensive doctrine as well for that attack. There goes Netherlands, 12,000 guns as well, very nice. We've got a load of equipment. We'll build a couple of radars to help over the channel. We'll get some new air bases on the go, and we'll also improve the infrastructure so they build quicker. I do actually need to recruit some paratroopers. Don't know how I'm going to take out the UK. I've got about a year before the US jump in, and we definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm going to upgrade these to actually some big boy fighting units, because you know what the UK is like in the new DLC and patch. It is one thick boy to get through. We'll also go and do a bit of the doctrine as well. I don't really want to engage me too much over the channel, which is a bit annoying. When I go over proper southern England, they have such good radar and stuff, it's so much more difficult, but we'll have to fight them in their backyard, and then we'll do a little bit over the channel because they are got a couple of troops there, but we'll have to majority. I mean, the exchange rate's pretty good, so we should be okay. This is what I'm going to go for paratroopers at the moment. So 16 width, which is very nice. Artillery, some tanks. They are going to have to do a lot of fighting, so we've got 24 of them on the way. We've got all the equipment for it. We've got a load of transport planes out. We're building some more factories and some facilities as well. We'll get a couple of radars over by the Soviets to help out when that comes around, because that will surely come soon. We'll cut them down because I've got enough transport, and we'll get more normal planes. We're going to drop one single paratrooper on each tile and blanket the north, because we all know what the south of England is like now, so I don't want to lose too many. As long as I get a port and a few tiles around it, I should be okay. How many fighters have they got? Oh, about 400, so we should have green air. I mean, we still haven't got it over southern England. We've got the Channel fine, 78%, even though we outnumbered them 3-1. 74%, I think we're good to go then. Yes, we are. We are good to go. Just had to move a little bit of planes around to get the superiority. We are dropping. What I should have done, actually thinking about it, is, does he have... No, I need to get the glider. So we'll grab him paratroopers. Totally forgot to do that. And we'll hit the glider planes for a bit of supply. They are dropping. There's only a few divisions here, so we should be okay. Just need to take Liverpool or Hull. We are dropping around it, and we've got some full divisions. They haven't been intercepted, which is good, because I suppose we've got air superiority. Liverpool and Hull are ours. We've got the whole of the middle bit of UK. Let's quickly delete these, delete that full back line, and get our big old army on over before they start mobilising. We should have justified on Luxembourg and Belgium as well. So 20 days, we'll get that one on the go. We'll refrain from capping the UK. I mean, I don't know why, but they've basically got no divisions here. I have no idea where they are. We just won't cap them until we've got Belgium and Luxembourg, though. Just thinking, there was a big patch, wasn't there? I wonder if they've changed the UK. They've got 100 odd divisions somewhere, so I don't really know. They're almost capped, so we just want to slow it down a bit. London's gone as well, just until Belgium is on the go. 70 days, 24th of July we've got last two. I don't know when America comes into it. We've got Luxembourg, and that's at least included. We are literally 2 tiles away from capping them, so we'll just sit here until Belgium joins. We are looking quite good. A lot of brown, but too much red and blue for Mr. Otto's liking. And we'll just sit there. Oh, Japan is about... I have not got a month then to wait for the Belgium. Right, we'll just cap them now. We'll hope Belgium joins the Comintern. And there goes the Allies. We've defeated capitalism. Oh, that's so annoying. I was fighting over the Suez Canal, and now the UK still exists in there. Brilliant. They hold like one of the key points to the Mediterranean now, but we'll have to deal with that later, because we already have a lovely UK puppet now, which is nice. Oh, we just need the Comintern to be dealt with, and a few other little blue nations, but that is the majority. So clean up and defeat the Comintern is next for Otto's path, so we'll deal with them in a second. Belgium is actually guaranteed by the UK. And just like I hoped, Belgium has joined the Allies, which means if I take out Belgium, it says they're a government in exile, which is weird because there's not a... Okay, hopefully when I take out Belgium, it will just give me a peace deal and we'll get them. I can't do Yugoslavia because they are guaranteed by the French as well. Yes, Belgium took the Allies with them again. So we get Belgium, Congo, and the rest of the UK, which is nice. So we'll go and puppet the Congo. That did let me grab the rest of the Royal Navy, which is good. So we've got a bit more of a bigger navy because I didn't get that in the first peace deal. Switzerland is a year. I haven't got time for that. I mean, once I go to war with the Comintern, it might shorten it anyway, the justification. So we'll set up for the war first. Now, I can actually cheese this a little bit by doing against Yugoslavia because they're guaranteeing them and it will just force them in. So they won't have any prep that we're justifying on them. Finland declares on Soviets as well at the same time, which is very nice. That'll give them another border. Few focuses done. Yugoslavia joins the Comintern. Ah, lovely focus. 28 days and we get a justification on Switzerland. That is ideal. We'll take that around the Maginot. France is pushing out, which is a bit annoying. Denmark will justify on because we do need to go north as well. Right, this is either going to be disaster or genius. I'm going to paradrop everywhere. Hopefully it caps them all because I've basically got all of the victory points. But I don't know if that'll be enough / if people will be on it. Paris has fallen. Let's do the old supply. No, it wasn't enough. Oh, I've doomed my paratroopers all. France is actually being a right naughty boy. So I'm going to have to use our panzers a bit and hopefully break through them. The paratrops did ruin their front lines massively. Ah, I can also use my campaign so we'll get a nice little bonus against France. I can also create the Greater Welsh State. Yeah, why not? We'll do these puppets because he doesn't want to own the land. He just doesn't want them to be the ideologies he doesn't like. We'll also gain a few cores. We'll integrate the Western German speakers. Might be able to use my panzers here to cut through and encircle the whole of the Maginot Line. We'll keep pushing. As long as we go in behind, we should be able to reach the mountains. Come on, one more time. There we go. We have encircled them. That is a good cut through of the French. They are all over the place at the moment. Let's just make sure they don't reopen this encirclement. I'll push them right back to the fort line, but obviously I won't be able to defeat the level 10 forts yet. But we'll just clean up these last few little pockets up here. And they've got nothing on the western front now, so we'll just quickly swipe in. We'll move a bit of our cash round as well for extra damage. Island also needs to go, so we'll start a little justification on that while we mop up this side. There is a little bit less other colours now, which is good. And there goes the French commune. There's a few trapped Soviet divisions we'll just quickly tidy up. But that is France done. These in the Maginot Line will just starve out, I imagine. Let's get all of our units over to the Soviets now. We'll start fighting their air and CAS bombing the hell out of them, especially logistics. We'll just let them fight against us for a while. Got a bit of a plan up my sleeve I might start, but we'll go for Switzerland first with that war goal now, so we'll knock them out. They'll probably join the Comintern anyway, but never mind. This is either going to be the best idea I've ever had or the absolute worst. We've got 3 whole armies of paratroopers. I'm going to try and land, well, trap them for starters, but I'm going to try and land and basically encircle them with a paratrooper front line. So if this pulls off, this will be amazing. We've got all of the CAS damage anyway to help. There's a few tiles there that I need to quickly move some troops in that I've missed. Right, I've got the front line, so the paras are in place. We've cut them off. Whether they can keep it open is a different matter, but they are chonky para boys, not just little two-witters. We'll see if we can push back inwards while Rommel pushes out, and this should be a lot of troops here that are entrapped. Before I mop this up, what is the Soviets like? 1.3 million, and they've got about 320-ish divisions. So we'll see what they're like after that. Let's make sure we push in. We actually don't want them to escape, so we've got to take that port there. I think that's the only way out. Well, a couple of ports down here in the Balkans, so we'll quickly grab them. This is actually going so much better than I thought it was. There's some lovely pockets just getting absolutely crushed here. The Soviets don't know what hit them. This will put them right on the ropes after we clean this up. Panzer's just finally finishing off the last little bit in the Balkans, and then that should be it. Just this little bit of old Romania. And with that last little pocket done, that is our encirclement captured. So we are at 3.8 million. So what's that? 2 million, 2.5 million, and they've lost about 100 divisions as well. So pretty damn good going. This should just be a case now of battle planning our way to Berlin. We've got a full collab government. We've got a load of CAS damage. We've got numerical superiority. It should be absolutely fine. That is the Soviets pretty much done, 98%. Just a few more provinces. We've taken all the main cities. I'm amazed they've held out this long, I must be honest. But we're still marching on, so there goes the Soviets. Japan has also declared on us, but we're just going to ignore that. We're not dealing with the Pacific. But we do need to knock Norway out still, which is a bit annoying. Right, before I do the provisional government in the Soviets, I'm going to release all of these other little puppets so they're not too big. So we're going to have a load of little puppets. And there we go. Finally, Norway has fallen. We don't actually need to take too much land because we've already got the provisional government. And we'll just try and puppet the rest of it. And there we go. Otto Strasser's success at defeating capitalism and communism like he's always wanted. Got the Germany he wants, and what a lovely little hidden leader that HOI has given us again. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want more from the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Peace out.